So right now I'm at Delhi International Airport Terminal 3 and today I'm flying from Delhi to Paris. So at the time of shooting this video, if you have to go to Paris, so today it's the beginning of November, you basically need three things. The first thing is your valid visa. The second thing would be your vaccination certificate. And if you are vaccinated with any of the vaccines that have been approved in France, then you don't really need to have your COVID test result. But for the sake of simplicity, to convince the airline staff, I still did the RT-PCR test 72 hours before traveling. And yeah, if you have been vaccinated with one of the vaccines which are not approved in France, then definitely you'll have to carry one RT-PCR test. So visa, vaccination certificate, RT-PCR test result 72 hours before travel. That's what you need to travel to France now from India. The airport looks slightly busier than last year, 2020, when I had traveled the same route, but still it's not really lively. So the security checks and the immigration, it's pretty fast. So even if the security checks and the immigration queues are not very long and the airport is relatively quiet, still reach the airport for check-in 3 to 4 hours before your departure time. That's because since they check all the documents, your PCR test results and vaccination certificates, the baggage drop and the check-in process, that takes a lot of time. You are going to see a lot of videos coming regularly in this channel from now. So make sure to subscribe to this channel and to hit that bell icon next to the subscribe button. So I've reached France and the journey was smooth. There were no issues at all. And I've got a few things to tell you guys from my experience of traveling from India to France in November 2021. These are a few things that you should have with you while traveling. And here's how you can convert your vaccination certificate, your Indian vaccination certificate or an American one. It's really necessary to convert them to the European format. And earlier France used to give an option of doing it online, but now you can't really do it online using the French portal. But there are some other portals, like Switzerland has a website where you can actually upload your docs and get them converted to the European QR format. It's not free, it costs something around 36 euros or something like that. For France though, you have to go to the pharmacy once you land, and only after that you'll be able to convert your vaccination certificate to the European format. The European format has a QR code and it looks something like this. It is really important to have this European format pass with you just after you arrive. So make sure you head over to the pharmacy in Paris or whichever city in France you come to, or wherever you go to in Europe. Make sure you convert your vaccination certificate to this European QR format, because you're gonna need this to sit down and have meals at any restaurants or cafes. You also need to have this pass in order to take intercity railways. They don't check all the time, but it's good to have it on you. And definitely if you're taking a flight within Europe, then chances are that your vaccination certificate would work, but I still recommend you to have it with you to avoid unnecessary problems later on. Now, because of the pandemic, be really careful about selecting your itinerary, your flights, because not all countries are allowing transit now, because they have either air bubble arrangements with India that restrict people from transiting through these particular countries unless the final destination is over there. For example, you can't really transit through the UK while traveling from India to mainland Europe unless your I mean, you can't transit through your UK that way. You can only take British Airways, for example, from India to the UK if your final destination is the UK. Similarly, till a couple of days ago, you could transit through Sri Lanka to go to India, but now you can't really do that. So you need to take either direct flights from Europe like Lufthansa, KLM, or Air France or Air India, or you could take the Middle East route using Emirates or Qatar Airways. So it's really important that you take a look at the air bubble arrangements for the countries and then book your flights. Otherwise, you're just gonna waste a lot of money, and we all know how long it takes to get back refunds from airlines. And yeah, book directly using the airlines. Even if you see that Skyscanner and some other online travel agencies have some discounts, it's still a good idea to book directly from airlines. That way you get your refunds quicker than from travel channels. So that's something just to keep in mind. So this was just a quick update video for you guys. I'm gonna see you guys in the next vlog with more interesting content. Till then, happy travels, stay safe.